Hey guys, my name is Madi and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. These are how my nails are looking, really crusty, dusty, and I've been having them for almost 2 weeks worth of growth already. So you know it's time to get them done and changed up and ready for springtime. Today's video is all about an Amazon find that I've been seeing all over the internet. It's called Tipex Instant Apex. I think I'm saying that right, or maybe not. And it's by the brand Five Angeles. Basically, it is acrylic full cover nail tips. You guys know I love my soft gel nail cover tips, but this is something new to the game. So these nail tips are supposed to be elevated with a built-in apex, so it does have a higher arch than your natural normal nail tips. I did purchase the product in two separate things. So I did purchase the nail tips and also the nail glue that came separate because I saw that the nail kit was a little bit more expensive. It comes with things that I don't need, such as the nail lamp and other stuff like that. So I would rather purchase everything separate and get my money's worth and also save a little bit. You can go on Amazon and purchase the whole nail kit. And yeah, guys, so I did purchase the nail tips and the nail glue separate, nothing else, nothing more. All right, so moving right along, the first thing I have is the Tipex Instant Apex Sculpted Acrylic Nail Tips. Like I said, these are acrylic nail tips. They are not gel. So this is a little bit different than what I normally use because typically I use gel nail tips, and I didn't know that they made acrylic nail tips. Half of the time they're ABS plastic, which you can find on your press-on nails, but these are actually acrylic. I also like that the back, it does give you the directions. So it tells you to trim, file, buff your natural nails, wipe off dust and oil with alcohol, pet pad, all of the things that I recommend you do, especially if you're a beginner and you want your nails to last as long as possible. So when I tell you guys that this is the most durable nail that I have purchased, a full cover nail tip, half cover nail tip, whatever, press on nails, like this is one of the most durable nails that I purchased. And you guys are going to get that little bit of a magnifying effect, and it doesn't really pick up that much on camera, but when I picked up the nails, they are quite heavy. So these have a little bit of weight to them. The free edge of the nail is very, very durable. I could not bend this nail for the life of me. I tried so hard. I didn't want to hurt my nails. I didn't want to hurt my hand. The only thing I would say, just personally from personal experience, the cuticle area is also very thick and durable. And I know that that goes corresponding with the apex because right after the apex you kind of hit into the cuticle. I just wished just a little tiny bit that the cuticle would be just a little tiny bit thinner. Now guys, hear me out. You can always thin out the cuticle. You can always do whatever you want so that it fits a little bit more flush into your nail. Some of my nail beds are flat and then some are a little bit more round. I kind of have a mixture of both, so I'm more excited to see more so how these look. They do have like a magnifying type of effect. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know, when you grab a magnifying glass, it has weight to it. It looks like it's very heavy, durable. So when you look very closely into the nail, from the side view, you kind of could get a good glimpse of where the actual under layer of the nail ends and where their custom made apex starts to build up from there. Moving right along, I do have the Five Angeles Eternal Mani Matte UV Nail Glue. Now, like I said again, this is the first time I used acrylic nail tips. I've never heard of them before. This is the very first time that I've used them. And so I just purchased the nail glue that normally comes with it. I normally use the Nail Couture's bubblegum gel, but because I wanted to try this as a whole system that is intended for use combined together, I decided to purchase the nail glue. Now this is a full size nail glue and it is 1.05 ounces and it is pretty big. When I opened it, I was really surprised how big the packaging is. I do enjoy how they have the ingredients as well as the directions on the actual tube of the nail glue. And then I also like how it's a screw off cap, just squeezing a little bit out of the tube. It is more of a thicker, solid consistency, but for me, it's not as thick as the Macart nail rhinestone glue. It also didn't look liquidy at all. Okay guys, and this is how my nails are looking right now. They look shiny because I ended up using Essie's top coat on my nails once I removed my press-on set, and then I actually filmed this part of the video in another day because I didn't have much time. So just giving you guys a heads up, if the audio sounds different, if the video looks different, it's for that particular reason. So after doing all of that, I am going to go and I'm going to do a couple of steps. So I'm going to start sizing out my nail tips. You want to make sure that it fits from sidewall to sidewall. If there's any gaping in between your nail or it's touching your skin, you would want to go a size down until you finally achieve the right size for your nail. Now, if you feel like the nail fits too tight or like you have to push it down for it to fit your nail, then you would size up. If you're in between nail sizes, I always recommend sizing up, and then you can even use a hand file just to clean up the edges to make the nail fit properly. But you never want to size down because that's going to put a lot of pressure on your natural nail plate. Now, normally when I have my nails sized out, I like to go in with my nail prep. So I'm just going to use a cuticle wooden stick to clean out my cuticles and push them back. And then I'm also going to be using cuticle nippers to nip all of my cuticles out. And then I am also going to use a nail clipper to clip up all of that free edge nail that I have going out. And then I like to buff the top of my nails to ensure that they are not smooth, that all of that top coat is off of my nails. Then we're just going to go in with some isopropyl alcohol just to clean up the dust and residue. And it is totally optional, but you can go and wash your hands afterwards. So I did all of this off camera. Then I am going to go in with Mia's Secret dehydrator. I'm going to dry out my nails further by using the dehydrator. This is really good for application. Even if you use isopropyl alcohol, you want to make sure you use a dehydrator. Then I'm also going to use Young Nails primer, which I talk about all the time. Protein Bond is my favorite. Mia's Secret is also my favorite. But if I have to say one or the other, I would recommend Protein Bond, especially if you're a beginner, because your nail prep work is everything. You want to take your protein primer and just make sure you lightly touch the free edge. Now, normally this is when I would etch the inside of all of my press-ons and then use some type of protein primer to chemically etch the inside of my nail, but I'm not doing that with today's nails. And then also I am going to use a flash cure lamp from Sariland, and I'm gonna use the nail glue that I purchased from Tipex. The nail glue from Tipex is kind of like a hybrid for me personally. It's not a liquid, but it's not a solid. And the reason why I say this is because you guys are gonna see in the next couple of clips that it is more of a thicker consistency, but it's also not too thick to the point where it can actually flood and run into your cuticles if you use way too much. So less is more, but also I find that when I use the tip of the nail glue that it comes with, like the little nozzle, and spread it out with the tip, I find that for me it's easier that way to get it spread evenly on my cuticle area and not have it seep out and touch my skin. So if you do put your nail down with the glue, you do have some type of short span of a couple of seconds before the actual nail starts to lift up on its own if you do not flash cure it. That means that once you put the nail down, it kind of is like a two-hand system where you need your other hand as backup to hold your nail down in place while you flash cure it for a couple of seconds. And then you can let your hand go and freely cure it. But for purposes, if you leave it alone like that and you go into flash cure it and you're not holding your nail down, it will tend to lift up and you could get air bubbles. So I recommend with this type of glue, really take your time, spread it evenly throughout the nail, and then place it down. Hold it gently, but make sure you're holding it with enough pressure to where there's no air bubbles. Keep it steady, and then go into flash cure it. Once you do that to all of your nails, which I'm going to do off camera, then you want to go in your big lamp and you want to fully cure your nails. So you guys are going to see me doing all of these extra steps, and then I'll be back in to check on with you guys. So overall, I like the consistency, but for beginners, I would say a solid nail glue is your best bet for beginners personally, because this is going to seep on your cuticles if you use too much, and it might lift up if you don't use enough of pressure or enough glue. So it is a really, like I said, it's a middle ground. It's a sort of a medium of nail glue, and it's sort of a medium of the type of way that you can apply it. Now, here's where we're going to go straight into the nail art. And a quick disclaimer, just letting you guys know ahead of time. In this video, I went straight from doing my nail prep to applying my nails. I used primer, and then after that, I applied my nails with the nail glue. Now, that's where I messed up, because while I'm recording this audio, a couple of my nails popped off, and I was trying to figure out why, because I never have this issue. Now, I didn't think it was anything wrong with the nail glue itself because it felt like it was really sturdy. But literally, it took 2 days for them to pop off. And it was not 1, 2, 3. It was like about 4 or 5 of them. So when I went back on the Amazon page, that's when I noticed that you are supposed to most definitely use a base coat with your nails. That means once you finish priming your nails, before applying the glue on the nails and actually applying the press-on nails, you are supposed to put a thin layer of base coat so that it adheres from your natural nail and sandwiches in between the nail glue and your natural nail. So I'm going to put a picture of what I mean by this, but I didn't do that, and that's why all my nails popped off. Definitely in future videos, I'm going to do it the proper way, and I'm going to let you guys know upfront and honest about my opinion if it changed or not once I do it the proper way. But this is why I encourage people, every time you buy a specific nail product, read the directions and apply it the way that it comes with, because not every nail product is the same. And then also all the nail art, you guys are going to see me displaying it. I'm going to include pictures of it. I'm not going to speak too much on the rest of the video because
when I knew the truth, still I gave it to you. When I knew I shouldn't stay with you, there's something that emotions will do. Oh, I convinced myself I was through. Oh no, I stay with you as I do.
So my final thoughts on this product haven't changed. I'm completely obsessed with the nail tips. I think they're 100% worth it. The nail glue, I am on the fence about, and I would have to play a little bit more with it if I'm being completely honest, because I feel like I haven't done the proper application steps for it. I can't really tell you 100% my honest review on the nail glue. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching my video. As always, if you like this video, please give me 2 thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.